Yeah, what's happening? You all right?
Yeah, brother.
Good man. Should I just who else is on the call? Ruth.
Oh, Ruth and someone else. Don't worry, Dev. You're not gonna say anything.
Just
Hey,
Ruth.
man,
All right.
man's just checking. Dev's not a
Oh, check.
control, man.
Bro,
Dev's
you
not.
never know. You never know when they're trying to catch you slipping.
Exactly.
Um, but has Moses Itauma caught you slipping?
Don't know. We have to wait and see. So,
It's
not wrong with a little bit of slip and slide. As long as the conditions wet enough, you're good.
Well, listen, you say the conditions being wet enough. He hasn't been in water this deep, has he? He's never been beyond 6 rounds. So, is it a good time for you, do you think? Everyone's saying it's a good time for him to fight you. Is it a good time for you to fight him?
I don't know. I'm not an expert. My opinion doesn't matter. I'm just some. You guys are the expert. You guys are the one that says this and put this narrative out there. So I don't know. Let you guys decide. And I'm a nobody. He's been compared to Mike Tyson and all these special guys. I'm a nobody. I'm a nobody. So
You're a big underdog, like so. I know what you're saying. Like, I don't think I've ever seen you be this big an underdog in a fight. And you fought AJ, you fought Fury, you fought the best of the best. You are like 1 to 14, like something crazy like that. Like, what do you think when you see that?
I just think to myself, you know what? Fuck these people and fuck them. Guess what? As an underdog, you got access to two vital things: the fucking testicles and the innards. And that's what makes it dangerous. As an underdog, you're underneath, you get up at them testicles and lock onto them, and it's game over. So yeah, I like being an underdog.
I know you do, and that's a very graphic way to explain it. Let me just ask you while I remember, right? Because the clips started going around again on Instagram and that. Did you really think John Fury was Steve Bunce? Did you
And my,
really?
and my kid's life, I didn't pay no attention to him. I didn't. I thought it was Steve Bunce. I didn't care about. You know, he was sort of like huffing and puffing and breathing. I was like, Steve is moving mad. Then after I realized it was John, I was like, oh shit, yeah, yeah. I was like, it was sort of like, I was thinking, mate, relax, man. Just drink a cup of tea and just relax. Just it's a nice day, mate. Just put your feet up in the caravan, have a look outside, and just sip a cup of tea.
Do you think I'm Coogan?
I'm not gonna say nothing because I gotta be very careful when I read this because I might get cancelled for saying this. I'm not gonna say it. It's fine. I'll let the fans and the people decide that one. I,
All
I,
right.
I gotta be careful because together I will say something I end up getting my Instagram cancelled, so I'm not gonna say nothing.
Yeah, listen, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that today. But it looks like you've lost a bit of weight, mate. You look like facially in good shape.
I'm all right. Getting there, getting there, getting there. Got a back well over it these last 7 days, but 17 days, whatever it is. But getting there slowly, getting there slowly, 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 slowly.
Has he put something in you? Because like your last few fights,
Pause,
Ebenezer
pause,
Tete.
pause, 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 pause,
No,
pause. Pause, pause,
no,
pause, 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 there, pause.
no,
Mm-mm.
no. I mean, like instilled a fear. Not
No, 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 no man is putting anything in me. Pause this, pause, pause. No, sorry, crack on.
has he made you train harder?
Oh, this is just gonna go horribly wrong. Has he made it train harder? I was pretty hard before, but yeah. No.
What is going on?
No,
How
no,
is this? How
no,
has this interview
no, no,
descended
no,
into
no,
this chaos?
no, no, no. I approach every fight the same. The problem is sometimes is mental. Things is going on and other things, and I always train hard. That's one thing though the guys do. I train hard, but it's things going on mentally in and outside the ring or other things going on or things loom in the background. People forget as fighters is we get life outside. Some fighters is easy. They just can live the lifestyle. It's just professionalism and they got the support and stuff and whatever and the backing and whatever. I haven't had that. You understand? My whole career has been me and a couple of my good friends who's helped me out. You know what I mean? And then I had a professional team for a while and stuff. So sometimes things been ups and downs and stuff. So I've always tried. Now I'm just in a better place mentally. And
Is
obviously,
it?
like I said, I see testicles hanging in front of me.
Yeah. Is this the biggest risk you've taken in your career?
Man, all of them has been massive. Because you think I've come in boxing as the underdog. You know, no one's ever had me as the favorite in any of the fight. Think of one fight that was the favorite. Just think, one fight have you seen me in and said, yeah, he's favorite to win the fight, apart
I
from
think in your big fights, no. So against Fury underdog, against AJ underdog, Parker underdog, this one underdog, Chisora, you may have been the favourite in those two fights, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
not really, because they made me underdog because people say, no, the first fight was close. It could have gone either way or whatever. So,
Mm.
yeah, Eric was this and that. But Revis, Lucas Brown. Remember, Lucas Brown was undefeated world champion. I was
Yeah,
going to get,
yeah, yeah.
you know what I mean? And so yeah, but so it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Listen, another clip that's been doing the rounds is you just knocking people out, and it's quite a highlight reel. The Lucas Brown ones made me think of it. Like, is that still there, Dillian? Is that big bad left hook? Are those dirty knockouts still there?
You see this?
Yeah,
This is the size of your head.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, still there, man. Still there. Everything's still there. Listen, okay, I'm a little bit older. I ain't had the best run. I ain't been super active, or whatever. But sometimes the stars can align, and God can point your way forward. So, and I believe and feel like that. So yeah, and sometimes you have to make your own faith and your own destiny, man. Sometimes you have to go out there and grab hold of it and just say, no, not today. Mm-mm. Not fucking today. Today is my day. And that's what you do sometimes, Not you wait for the right time, wait for the right moment, it may never come.
Have you met Moses Itauma?
Yeah, yeah, I met him and talked to him a couple of times. He's all right. He's a nice guy. I ain't got no problem with him. So yeah, but he's trying to separate me from my consciousness, so I need to do the same to him.
He is 20 years old. When you first fought Anthony Joshua professionally, he was 10 years old watching that on as a kid. But
Yeah,
he's 20 now. Is that where you can maybe get into his head before the fight, maybe play the old Dillian Whyte mind games, intimidate him, things like that at the press conference? Can you do that?
I try to intimidate no one. I just crack on. If someone fuck with me, it's a different story. But I don't play no mind game or intimidate no one. And you never see me bullying anyone or talking rubbish to anyone. No, I'm just chill. If someone start talking smack, then it's different. If he starts talking rubbish, then it's different. Like they say, if he start talking rubbish, I was gonna make a joke then, but I'm not gonna make it because then, I was gonna say if he start talking rubbish in August, but then after
Yeah,
this, you know what I mean? I was gonna say that, but I just left
yeah.
it. But yeah, if he starts talking rubbish, then it's a different story. But I'm cool. I ain't got no problem with anyone, bro. Listen, I'm all right, but I'm nice. I'm very cool, very calm, but very hustler and very volatile. It doesn't take a lot for me to go off. So because I know that, I'm extra cautious and extra careful. But hey, if you want some problems, then hey, like Usyk said, don't push the horses. He might meet Yvonne.
When you first came on the scene, you were Dylan the villain, and
Mm.
then you became the body snatcher a little bit later on.
Yeah,
Are we going to see Dylan the villain in the build up?
bro, I'm sure. Let's see. Listen, I'm an energy guy, man. I go off whatever. Look, one time me and you didn't meet eye to eye, but look, now we're good. We've always been good, but a few things happened, and it was like, oh man, fuck Dev. But then after, it was like, Dev's actually all right. He just, and that's the part of growing up and maturing. I realize, Dev's all about eyeballs and creating controversy and story and building a storyline. But it took me years to understand that. And don't take what Dev said personal. That's what he does. It's his job, but
No,
he's good at his job. So, yeah.
that may be the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me, Dylan. So I'll take that.
No, you listen. You have to give people credit where it's due. You can't just be a dick your whole life.
Yeah, fair comment.
Yeah,
How do you reflect on your fight with Tete?
it was what it was. It was a comeback fight. I got a few rounds in. I needed to listen. I've been walking the long, lonely, dark road for 3 years. Then that fight for me was ask myself a question: can I take a good walk and push through? Can I force myself to put the jabs in? Can I push myself out? Listen, as a boxer, I'm a realist. It's always say, yeah, 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 and then you go into a big fight and you get knocked out. Sometimes you have to try and you need to get into a fight where you're getting Tete. You came to throw punches, if he was
Hmm.
doing his thing. So it's good. Wasn't my best performance. I wasn't in the best of condition, but I still had a very high punch up. How many punches I threw in the fight? Very high up punch I put. My jab was going. I had a few injuries and stuff going into the fight, but it's what it was. But that fight reignite the spark in me again.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's still hunger here in the later fight to push the fight to follow instruction, and in the later rounds, like, I can stop this guy with the jab alone. I'm not even gonna try and swing shots. I'm just gonna just jab his face until he had enough, and then that's what happened. So that fight was necessary for me in this journey.
Do you think you would be having a fight with Moses Itauma if you didn't have that
No,
fight with Tete?
if I blew Tete away in the round or blew away the last two guys in the round devastatingly, they wouldn't take this fight. No way. They see me. I came in the fight. I was out of shape mentally. They see I wasn't all there where I needed to be. Okay, supposing I struggled with your man, what's his name? Fucking Tete. The boy blew him away in 2 rounds.
That's what everyone's saying, and Fraser Clark afterwards. That these are what people are pointing at.
Bro, this is boxing. This is where boxing styles make fight. And then also, remember, the first time Tete came out of Africa was against Dubois. Dubois was on a good run. Dubois bashed him up. Second time, he's traveled now. He
Mm.
knows the thing. He knows he's on road. And then obviously, he's more confident, more confident. First time all his fights in Accra, Ghana, you know what I mean? So and then you don't know what motivate people and what stage people is in their life and stuff. He's more confident, he's growing. So yeah, and he done this thing. I think the stoppage 3 o'clock was a soft stoppage. I
Mm.
think he wanted to still fight on, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's what it is. Fights. There's certain guys that stop that other people didn't stop. There's certain guys that stop early and other people didn't stop early. You know what I mean? It's like, early in my career, Brian Minto, Inigo Costa, he fought Joseph Parker and took Joseph Parker around. I blew those guys out of the water early. So styles make fight. And
Yeah.
people, Joseph Parker is a way better fighter than me. So yeah,
And you ended up getting rounds, and you probably needed rounds because you didn't get any
exactly.
any out of Christian Hammer before, did you?
And Joseph Parker, I beat Joseph Parker anyway. So there you go. So whatever. So
That's the thing right now. Like Joe Parker's one of the best in the world, right? He's WBO
by the way,
mandatory.
I tried to get a fight with him before this fight. We was trying to make it happen. And
Would
it
have
was
been a great rematch.
it was an hour, and so yeah, just a bit of information for you.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, because it doesn't feel like so you had a few options and you chose Moses. Joe Parker was something that you were talking about.
Yeah,
AJ's injured and
yeah.
whatnot, but
Parker fight we was actually trying to make. I think it was even we got down to the point where with Judge Ryan we was talking about splits and offers and made the offers and this and the other, and he was just I don't know. So yeah,
so you decided to take on the kid that's knocking everyone out.
yeah, basically.
Listen,
But that's it.
what attributes? Go
Risk
on.
reward. It's all about risk reward. If you don't take no risk, then who want to live this a safe life with no risk in it? That is so boring.
100%, 100%, completely agree. And that's how you've lived your life, mate. And that's why
Exactly.
you are where you are.
Exactly.
What attributes do you think you've actually got over Moses? Then, obviously, experience. You completely dwarf him in experience.
I've got,
Where else?
I've got nothing over any man on this planet. God made us all equal and we're all the same. So I got nothing over anyone on this planet.
I mean, God gave you a pretty good left hook, though, didn't he?
God gave him a pretty good left look too.
True.
Well,
Very true.
it is who can get it where it needs to be in the right place at the right time. So yeah.
Is this about taking him into deep waters? Is this about seeing, okay, what can you do to me round 8, round 9, that kind of thing?
No, because by then you might take a lot of damage by the end. So it's about getting set as soon as the first bell goes, man.
Yeah.
Not sit around and fuck about and tittle one weight, and then boxing you can get injured, you can get a jab and your eye socket go. You can this or whatever, and then you don't be involved in a negative fight where you're just running and being defensive and being backing up and not. That's not really attractive, really, is it?
Yeah. Get in there and get it done. Listen, what was this message that you was getting from Chisora about not taking the fight?
This guy is painful, man. He just needs to just he needs to relax, man. He needs like the biggest cup of tea and a cigar, man. He needs to relax, bro. He's fuck me. He's like a bad smell that never leave the bathroom. He's like you crack one off and you go back 10 minutes later and it's still there. And you're like, nah, people, he's coming over. He's trying to spray it, and then after it's not going away. That's what there is.
But I mean, that being said, what did he say to you? Was he trying to
He
say you shouldn't fight him, or
stuffs rubbish. He just stuffs rubbish. I didn't pay him no attention. It's like he just stuffs rubbish. It's like I don't understand. How can it be someone who your whole career you're this hard guy, you're this tough guy. I'm Derek Wash, Chisora, and this and that. Then all of a sudden, because someone's a challenger, they're a hard fight because they're tall or big. No, you don't want to face that person. You know, advise another person not to fight them. That's not someone that's good for boxing, is it? Think about it. Think about it. That's someone that's quite negative for boxing. Why would you advise a fighter not to take a fight against another fighter in the top fight? That's quite negative. That's what I'm saying. It's a bad smell. It's a bad smell.
well, he also said that he messaged Moses advising him to not put you to sleep. What do you think about that?
And then you see another clip where he goes, "Oh, I'd be surprised if Dillian beats Moses." Derek's a bad smell. He said one thing before he said one thing in your face and another thing behind your back. That's just him. He's scum.
You
Scum.
know how, you know how there's a lot of people in boxing completely writing you off for this. I know you like that. You like the underdog tag and whatnot. But is there any part of you that feels at all disrespected that people are just saying Moses will blow him away? You're a former world
Can
title challenger.
you
You know,
imagine?
you've been to the
Can
top.
you imagine the people that's going to be calling me in the 17 when I win and wanting to do interviews and writing all, typing on the phone. What win? Just they're typing so slow and so relentless because they don't want to do it. That's what life is all about, man. All those scumbags, the end of their podcasts and uh, yeah, but he won, but this and that. That's what life is all about. They're proving idiots wrong. That's what life is all about, man.
Fair enough. Listen, I've got one final thing. I just want you to give the fans a message. Why should they tune in August 16th on DAZN, and why should they come and buy tickets if they're in Riyadh to watch this fight?
Why take this fight? It's going to be an all-out action. It's like the greatest prospect in the last 20 years versus the Wolfman.
And give me a final. Is the Wolfman still there? Can you still do that noise?
The Wolf never leave, man.
Come on, you still got it.
Of course. You got to take your shirt off for me to make the noise. No.
I can't do that. I can't do that. This is PG. I've been training too hard, mate. I'll show you up.
I see you
I
running. I'm joking. I'm joking. No,
always running my mouth, mate. Running my mouth. Listen,
you hear it. You hear it. Trust me. You hear it. When it's time, it's something that just comes with time. When it's time, you know. In Riyadh, when it's time, you're gonna say, "Oh shit," and that's what it's all about. It sends chills down the people's spine. You know, if people get excited when they hear the wolf, man, it's good. That's what
listen.
it's all about.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I'll be in Riyadh. I'll be seeing you all week. So see you out there, my friend. Thanks
All
for
right.
speaking.
Cheers. Thank
Cheers,
you.
mate. Take care, mate.